James Melendez, James a Tech Guy. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk and give an overview of ConceptDraw's MINDMAP 6.7. Stay tuned. Now, why I believe this is still relevant, I have not test driven 8.0, but given the way ConceptDraw has designed their applications, I think they're really friendly, easy to use, very crisp, and offer quite a bit. I actually came to utilize ConceptDraw's MINDMAP through another application, their flagship, which is ConceptDraw. And the reason I got to ConceptDraw was that I was able to utilize it as Visio. I was looking for Visio, and I thought, oh, well, there's a Mac version when I got my Mac years ago. And guess what? There wasn't. They stopped making it. So I resorted to using it, and I was really pleased with it. I thought, I'm going to test drive their mind mapping application, and I thought at the same point, I'm going to test drive some others. And guess what? I really found that ConceptDraw's was a lot crisper, looked nicer, could do many more things that I needed. There's some positives and negatives with mind mapping. And I think mind mapping really, ultimately for me, if I had to give a cost benefit or weigh, the positive to the negative, I would give it a positive thumbs up because it does a lot of things. It helps you to look at a maybe problem, or maybe just you're learning something, and to give a different view of it. An outline doesn't do it. Sometimes you look at a spreadsheet. Well, that doesn't quite do it either. ConceptDraw or mind mapping does in general. It puts associations together. It lets you do things on the fly that Excel was never designed to do. And so here we go. This is just the page. I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to show you this particular run through here. And you can do a trial yourself if you really feel compelled to do so. And so what I wanted to do is just show the easiness of it, but also the different themes they have. So the themes are really cool. So I'm just going to run through several of these, and they look really nice. You can add your topics here, you can add subtopics, and it just keeps going on and on. And I think that's a really nice portion of it. So you can add notes to this as well. And I think that's a nice, and you can see that note is appended right there. And so when I was talking about moving things around, you can move them really nicely, easily, and on the fly. So I'm just going to do several themes here just so you can get a view of that. You can also color your background. Easy to do. You can choose your colors or just use the ones on your Mac. So maybe I'm just going to use a gray so it's a little easier on the eyes. The white is a bit bright for me. Now I have used this in terms of maybe a group project. So what I like to do is just run this through with several people and maybe come upon some ideas. So what I'm going to do right now is open up something that I've been working on, and I do love the business of business. So this is OE methodologies, so basically operational excellence methodologies, and I'm trying to put some things together and how things might be related to one another. The DMAIC from Six Sigma, the 5 S's, TQM. Someone might argue that's not necessarily an OE objective. It's just to look at things, and Lean and Kaizen and 5 S's can be part of this, or it can stand on its own as maybe a particular problem might call for. And I think that looks really sharp and really nice. I like the darker colors. I think they just pop a little bit better, but you're free to choose and use what you want. So what I like is there's a brainstorming feature. This is a good thing because it gives you a time frame. And I think this could be really helpful in terms of building something out quickly with a team, and to have the constraint of time, I think, is really important. You can go on forever and ever on that, right? But ultimately, it's nice to have that. You can look at this in terms of levels if you really wanted to get down and see certain things. So you only see two levels here. You see the main level and the topics. I really, really like about this is just moving things in any direction that you want, and it's a nicely done feature there. And then there's Clipart here that you can utilize. There's quite a bit of it, actually, more than you probably need, but again, there's a lot of things that you may find useful or not. The arrows could be totally useful, and I think it's just a nice way to look at that. You can also look at this in terms of, so we looked at an outline. Well, your outline's being created as you're doing this, so you know, that's one other nice feature to this. You can look at your notes. So I looked at all my notes that I created for this particular version. You can do your inserts from here as well by just selecting on each portion and adding to that notation. I just really believe strongly in this, and you can also export this. And here's the export function here. You can send this to PowerPoint, an HTML, an image. You can do PDF and so forth. And this is a really nice measure to share your ideas and show your proud work of visualizing in a mind map fashion. Those things I think need to be those things that are of topic to you. I'll eventually hit ConceptDraw because I think it's an important tool. I think it's a really nice software application. This is something that's helped me out considerably, and I use often. I use a lot of different methodologies and tools. I think, you know, you have to use as many as you can, and I think it's just being adept at using them. ConceptDraw mind map is just to make things easier and to make things look professional. I've seen a lot of mind maps that they just don't look this well done in terms of the shapes or lines, or just not the flexibility that you need. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Give a like to this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Many more videos to come, and you know, also questions and comments, you can list them down below. I'll put more information on ConceptDraw, so if you want to test drive this, you can. Thank you for watching today. Stay tuned for more. Salute.